Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching #Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. This is #Silliman. Mayong gabi sa tanan, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. It's Monday night again, and thank you for choosing us as your Monday night company. And of course, we are now right here at the Silliman University Library, which I see a lot of people so busy transferring here at the main library, going to the Silliman University Gymnasium as we do a massive transformation this year on. And speaking of transformation, 2023, new year, that's also an additional year for Silliman as it continues to provide quality education. More than 100, I think this is going to be our 123rd year on, am I right?
I think 24.
24th. So if that's the case, then more than 12 decades of building competence, character, and faith. And speaking of transformation and years of service, Silliman University continues to make stories of transformation in the different aspects of the lives of our students. And tonight, we're so happy to have living testimonies to these transformations. I'm speaking about our university scholars, Ron. And I'm so happy because we have our former university scholars and we have our current university scholars joining us. Why don't you introduce them, Ron?
Yeah, I'd be happy to introduce them, Josh. Let's start first with a second-year BS Ed, Bachelor of Science Education, major in Social Studies, Angelo Cadungog.
Yes, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Thank you for having us.
Welcome, Mark.
We also have here with us tonight, an Office System Administration 5th-year student, Florence Andales.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
And we have here the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Special Needs Education, 4th-year student, Fretche and Abalos. Is
Hello,
that right,
ma'am.
Fretche?
Yes, ma'am. Fretche. Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
So these are our current scholars, Josh. And of course, let us not forget our alumnus. He graduated last March 2012 with a degree of BS Physics, Mr. Zyril Abejero.
Magandang araw, Ma'am Ron and Sir Josh.
And of
Magandang
course,
araw,
Ron, Kuya Z graduated cum laude lang naman. That's
Wow.
BS Physics at that year, 2012. And of course, it's also my honor to introduce to you tonight the head of the Student Scholarship and Aid Division, ang ate ng lahat, ate ko, ate nyo, Ate Dora Sagun.
Hi, good evening everyone. Thank you for having us.
Always a pleasure to have you here, Ate Dors. Murag suki na ni si Ate Dora sa #Silliman. So, I think our guests for tonight, Ron, are very serious, you know.
Yeah. When it comes to studies.
Yes. Let's loosen up a bit. And I think it's good to begin our conversation with your impressions of Silliman University before you enrolled here. What were you, when you heard of the word Silliman or Silliman University, what comes to mind? Maybe I can ask Ronelyn first to give them time to think of their maybe they need time to recollect their thoughts, Ron.
Yeah, you caught me off guard, Josh, that I'm part of the interview.
Yes.
But anyway, when I first heard about Silliman University, it's a prestigious school.
Yes.
That it seems to me that it's impossible for me to study, given that I didn't come from a wealthy family, When it comes to Silliman University, I think the tuition fee there is expensive. So, we need scholarships and all.
Right.
No, and it is also known as a school that is producing a lot, that has been producing a lot of successful individuals, and
Right.
it's a whole person education. So I thought that it's so far out of reach for me to really go inside Silliman University, So with God's grace and with God as an ultimate provider,
Right.
and of course with the help of my parents, I was able to enroll here in Silliman University, and it's not impossible, although that
I
you're
know.
poor, it's not really impossible to study in Silliman University if you're just hardworking,
Yes.
no? And if you have the intelligence and the dedication to finish your studies,
Definitely.
it's not really impossible. Silliman University is for everyone,
Right.
no? Not
And
just for those who have money.
on that note, Ron, let's hear if they have similar impressions with you before. Perhaps Kuya Z can
Yeah, I
start.
think she already said everything, no? For me, back then, I can remember it that Silliman, it was really a prestigious school. So it was like the top school here in Dumaguete. And in fact, I can remember during our time, we call Silliman, we have this parang tagline na it's the UP of the South. Although we want to have our own name, no, as Silliman University. But it was really a prestigious school back then. So, and I knew back then that my parents could not afford it if not for the scholarship, no, for
Right.
sure. So, I'm very grateful for Portal Scholarship and Silliman University because I was able to study here in Silliman through the scholarship.
Yeah, we'll talk
That was given.
about your scholarship in a little bit, Kuya
Later
Z.
on. Yes.
I'm interested to know the impression naman of our office management
Yes.
student.
Actually, I heard of Silliman University at an early age. I think I was around 7 years old because my late grandmother actually supported my studies in the elementary years.
Okay.
So when I heard of Silliman University, I thought of it as a prestigious school. It has an expensive tuition fee, so I thought, oh, this school is the school of my dreams, and
Okay.
the rest will happen.
Wow. Say it and it will happen. How about you, Mark?
I think same with Ate Rona and Kuya Zai. I never knew Silliman at all because I came from Mindanao. And so I came here in Dumaguete City 2016. And there I knew Silliman because my two ates, which is I considered them ates, and actually they're my father's cousins. And so they're all Sillimanians. And so when I hear that when they applied for a job, walay duha-duha, dawat dahin sila because they're Sillimanians. And that's the time that I got interested to study here also at Silliman with the help of the scholarship also. Because my family is less fortunate to send me here at Silliman. So I'm so grateful for the scholarship that the Silliman had given me.
Yes. How about you, Fretche?
Well, I have quite the same impressions, no, nila, about Silliman. But then, as for me, I think at first kay murag out of reach jud siya namo, like knowing the situation of my family, then the school, the prestigious university here in Dumaguete, I think it's out of reach. But then my parents also supported me, so I also did my best jud to also kanang dili na sila pa huna-hunaon about how to fund my education since this is my dream school also. So I did my best and God provides, so I am here now. So.
Amen to that.
Amen.
So, I think Ron, common to all our responses is that Silliman is really a prestigious university to be in, and at the same time, it is truly an edge when you are a Sillimanian, right? Because you walk with that Silliman spirit, kumbaga.
Yes, that's true, Josh. Because we are in the presence of scholars, no, and we are now starting the second semester. And one of the most common things, problemahon jud ni siya sa mga parents and also students is that the tuition and school fees. And I would like to ask Ate Dora, what are the scholarships and grants available for our students and who are eligible for those scholarships before we actually ask our scholars here about their experiences, no?
Let me start by saying, usually the big scholarships are really awarded during the first semesters. So, and if they continue to maintain the requirements of the scholarship, then they continue to be recipients of the scholarship. In the second sem, we don't really have big scholarship unless new scholarship would come in. So what we usually do in the office is, after the enrollment and after all the scholars in the first semesters have already enrolled, we try to look into the remaining funds. And that's when we open the other scholarship. But normally, it's just a grant, not as much as full scholarship or, let's say, full scholarship and school fees. But we do have several in the first semester.
Right. So, and I think that's the advantage really in the university run because we provide a lot of opportunities because they said that The only difference of really attaining that success is when your talents and skills meet that certain opportunities. And let's hear the stories now for scholars, how they met the opportunity of becoming a Sillimanian and trying to work on their dreams as well. So let us begin first with Mark Angelo, because Mark Angelo actually is a student of mine at the College of Education. So Mark, can you share to us how you met that opportunity to become a scholar in the university, and perhaps some personal experience that you can share to us?
Oh, okay. So, first, let me share with you where I graduated in high school, in senior high. So, I graduated in Piapi High School. And during my grade 11, our student teacher coming from Silliman University, they bring with them the brochures that's indicating there that scholars you can enroll at Silliman and you enjoy different scholarships. And so that's the time, since Silliman was a dream when I came here in Dumaguete City, and so I really did my best to top on school. And so I graduated, not to brag, valedictorian in Piapi High School.
Wow.
And so
Disclaimer, not to
I
brag.
I have that edge to get that scholarship because one of the qualification is to be on the top 5. And so applying for a scholarship was not easy also. I remember it was online pa eh. So I remember that sayop nga link ang akong nasendan.
Oh,
And so
no.
I waited for that deadline na ana nga day an ako hala wala lagi ko email, and so I emailed Ma'am Sagun, and luckily she was responsive naman.
Always.
And ana siya nga sayop dahil nga link, it's for 2019-2020 na link.
Oh no.
And Ma'am Sagun is a very considerate person, and so I'm really thankful nga gi-consider niya ang akong application. And also aside from that, napay mga lain, my lola is actually the former Vice President for Finance and Administration, Sir Cleonico Fontelo, and she asked for a recommendation, but I did not submit it because I don't want that I will be accepted in that scholarship because just of the weight of that recommendation. And so I really did my best that pinaagi-ragid na ko nganong masulod ko ani nga scholarship. And so that's all.
That's wonderful, Ron, no? Because Mark is really trying to make sure that he earned it based on merits. No?
Yes.
That's good, Mark. That's good to know, and I think that's a good start, especially that you want to become a future teacher.
Yes.
Let's go to Fretche. How about you, Fretche? How did you meet the opportunity to be a scholar in the university, and perhaps can share to us briefly your life story?
Yes, sir. Actually, during my first year here in Silliman, I wasn't able to have the scholarship. So, like, there is this season nga murag I am trying to find and how to avail and how to look for scholarship nga akong applyan. So, during that first semester, I was able to observe pod sa mga experiences sa others pod nga koan, and so I was able to get the academic honor. And after that, second semester entered, so I was granted with the fixed grant, and murag mo to siya mo'y wing nako nga I was also accepted with another scholarship pag transition ako second year, and that was the Scranton. So it was a full scholarship finally. So dili siya like it's not a smooth sailing kaayo, but then I think the moment that you try to apply to submit that application, even that 1% nga ma-accept ka, it really means a lot. So yes, I'm proud of that 1% nga akong bit because I submitted the application, and now I got accepted and I had the scholarship.
Wow, that's good, no? How about you, Mary?
Well, my story actually is quite long. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I had an opportunity to study in the Silliman Elementary School. That's for 3 years with the support of my late grandmother. And then in junior high school, I actually enrolled in Silliman. That was because my previous teacher, Ma'am Ahir, actually encouraged me to enroll. And then, but I was actually enrolled na in Science High School. So I took the entrance exam in junior high school as a late enrollee. And then I was enrolled without any assurance of a scholarship. So around, I guess I was enrolled for 3 months. My family and I were anxious on how we can sustain my studies. But then luckily, one opportunity opened, which is the PTA scholarship. So I graduated junior high school enjoying the PTA scholarship, which is 30,000 around that time. When senior high school came, I was not offered a scholarship because they were for the top 4 or 5 students, graduates. But I want to continue my studies, so I said, okay, maybe Silliman is not for me this time around. So I enrolled in Norso. I experienced the long line and taking of exams. I actually submitted all the necessary documents already, but then another second opportunity that came my way, Ma'am Sagun or Ate Ai from the SSAD office, they called me saying na there is one scholarship that you can apply. It does not require to be a top graduate, just the general average. So I actually took back my
So you were already at
yes,
Norso?
yes. I pulled out the documents and then enrolled in Silliman. So I enjoyed the Saay Surigao scholarship. For college, I applied again for another scholarship, and thank God I was granted the Josefa del Carmen scholarship. But then there was some family problem that affected my attendance, and then also I experienced some issues with my grades, and then I took the sem off for the second semester. During that time I was lost, but then the third opportunity came, the office again, they called me again and then offered the scholarship, which is what I'm enjoying now, the EWSG, that is the expanded work study grant. So that's my story. It's quite long. From junior high school to college, I enjoyed four scholarships. Yes, so I'm very thankful for the university, the SSAD, and all the individuals that have helped me. I don't know if I'm just really thankful na murag Silliman and me murag meant to be ba? Yes, there are a lot of opportunities dyan na murag made me realize na they continue to murag para jud mabalik jud ko sa Silliman. So that's
And
what I'm
I
very
think that's the
grateful.
good thing about Silliman, Ron, because we truly are a portal, no, to these dreams, and we provide these opportunities. And I think the fact that you were really offered these scholarships successively, I think you really deserve it and you work hard for it. Now, Ron, we have an alumnus here. Perhaps he can still recall how he got his scholarship.
I think that was 14 to 15 years ago
Yeah.
when I applied for a scholarship. So I graduated 2008 at Negros Oriental High School. So how did I got the scholarship? As far as I can remember, I came through the Dream Makers project of Pathways Youth Group. So it's an organization, a volunteer organization, right? One of the projects that they had was Dream Makers project, wherein they will give opportunities to financially challenged but deserving students. So I remember I was very nervous during that time because there was a panel interview.
Yes.
And among all the candidates, I was the only one who didn't graduate valedictorian. So I was scared maybe I will not be accepted because of that. But luckily, 3 of us were forwarded to the scholarship division. And then there was also another set of interview. And then I still can vividly remember the questions that were asked during that time. Like, how many appliances do you have at home?
How many appliances did you have that time? Can you still recall your answer?
I think we only have a radio and a TV and one small refrigerator during that time. So, and then if you have cars or vehicles, so those were some of the questions. It was Ma'am Edna Kalingasyon who interviewed me during that time. And luckily again, I was accepted with a Portal scholarship. So it was 75% tuition, and then 25% I had to work for it as a student assistant. So yeah, I think that's how I got it. And then eventually it continued. I was able to maintain it for 4 years until I graduated.
No, Josh, it's really nice listening to their stories, no? I'd like to ask Ate Dora about how does the SSAD office support these dreamers? No, how do we extend our helping hands to them?
Yes.
And why do we give so much opportunities, especially Silliman University? Why do we give so much scholarships or grants to these students? But before you answer that, Ate Dora, let's have first a short break. Let's listen to the answer of Ate Dora after Silliman, #Silliman returns. And now we're back. Before we actually took a break, I asked a question to Ate Dora about the scholarship, the SSAD, how do we support the dreams of these students, and why does Silliman University put so much effort and put so much importance in giving out scholarships and grants to our dear students?
Okay, actually, Silliman University supports this dream through the scholarship program. No, the scholarship program of Silliman University really is aligned with the university's vision. As such, the goal of the Student Scholarship and Aid Division is to provide academic opportunities to deserving students who are financially challenged and who also show potential to excel. The hope is, in the future, these scholars will positively contribute to the society and make a difference in the community they belong and in the larger community. And also, as member of the community, they would live out the Silliman values. So that's precisely why we really, Silliman University gives so much importance to providing academic opportunities to our students who are financially challenged. So the office actually, we help them by monitoring also their progress and providing them assistance whenever they need it. All they need to do is to let us know. No? So we always tell scholars that if you are having problems with your subjects, let us know and we can find people to actually do peer tutoring. So it's one way of doing that. Now, it's one way how we help students.
Yeah, and I think, Ron, that's really one thing also, no, that once given an opportunity, you really have to work hard to maintain it, right?
Yeah, and it's not just the students who are working hard, but also our offices. No, imagine, the story of Mary when she's about to enroll at some schools, and then another opportunity came, and then follow up by Ate Dora. No, everyone is really working for these dreams to, for these dreamers to reach their dreams.
Yeah, definitely. And that just shows that our services at the university, when you come and join us, is really something very personalized, something that is, really fit to your needs, diba? So, let's talk about, because Ate Dora mentioned about having that expectations to live the Silliman values, at the same time to be contributory to the society at large. And it's so good because we have an alumnus here.
Yes.
Kuya Z, can you share to us your story after Silliman?
Yes.
What happened after Silliman?
Oh, I'll start with by the time that my plans slightly
Sure.
changed. Yeah,
Sure,
Will that
Casey.
be okay?
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I took up BS Physics with emphasis in computer application. So, it was really a hard science course. And while I was in the university, I was so involved with the community organization, in event organizing, also in the student government, which made me realize that I might be led to a different path which is why after graduation, I didn't apply for anything related to my course, to be
Wow.
honest. Yes, I applied for a community, technically it's a foundation. It's the foundation of Ayala. Ayala Corporation. So I wanted to really do volunteer work. Yeah, so that was my first work. Yeah, I was working and I was handling education related projects in the Visayas.
Okay.
And somehow maybe the reason why I decided to get that job, it's because of the influence by my experience. I mean, by the experience I had here in Silliman University. Yes, because I was so active with the student government, and then also outside of the school, I was so active in the community as well. We handle leadership trainings like that. So I wanted to make a difference. That's precisely the reason why I applied for a job in the foundation of Ayala. So that was my experience. That's how I started.
Yeah. So
and
just
then-
for a timeline purpose, so this was 2000.
this was
12.
2012 to 2015.
So that's
Right after
roughly 3
graduation.
years.
Yes.
So you worked for Ayala 3 years, and
Yes.
then
And then, of course, coming from a poor to middle class family, I would not say poor because, of course, I can still eat 3 times a day. But life was really hard back then. Like I can remember during our college days, our normal lunch and dinner would be 1 egg and 1 pancit canton. Yeah, here in
Yes.
Silliman,
Luto na ninings.
Jalolis, I think
Jalolis.
Jalolis was
Yeah.
around during that time. So life was really hard, and but so that's why after while I was connected with Ayala Foundation, though I was earning at the same time doing some volunteer work, I realized that if I wanted to help my family really, so I wanted to alleviate our situation.
Right.
So if I continue working in the foundation, I'm only earning roughly around, I can remember my first salary was I think 13,000 during that time. And if you're outside of Dumaguete, that's not enough because you have the
Yes.
rent.
Yeah. Cost of living
Is
higher.
also high during that time already. So I told myself na, well, I need to earn another source of income, but I could not let go my
Yes,
dream.
because your heart is there.
Yeah, I want to make a difference really, so I can't let go of the foundation, my work in the foundation. So I decided to look for a part-time opportunity, and that's where Insular Life came in. So I started working as a part-time financial advisor. We offer different financial advice to our clients and also insurance advice. And then eventually, I resigned in the foundation and fully grasped the opportunity of working in Insular Life as a unit manager. So right now, I'm also making a difference in my own way.
Wow.
By also educating my clients about.
Right. So from being a part-time financial advisor, you rose through the ranks and you are now a manager of a certain unit in
the insurance industry. Which is Insular Life.
Yeah, and we heard you are also
Businessman.
you're now into entrepreneurial ventures.
Yeah, another passion, like a passion project for me. So during the pandemic, I was based in Cebu for 8 years, and because of the pandemic, I went back here in Dumaguete, and then everything was done online, right? So
Yes.
I was looking for something that will make me busy while I was at home. So I started studying. I attended like several classes related to milk tea making, coffee making, and that's where it started. So August of 2020, I opened my very first branch of Feng Wang Tea and Cafe.
Wow.
Here.
Rod, we know where to
It's
go.
a small, it's a small cafe in Bantayan, and then right now we have another branch in Bagakay and in Valencia.
Wow.
And hopefully we're opening one by February in Bais as well.
Wow.
But it's a small cafe, so
Yeah.
it's also good for students when you want to study. So maybe you can also visit
Promotion.
our cafe.
But
I'll give you discounts.
listening to Kuya Z's journey of just having this anxiety before you did not graduate compared to the other interviewees, and finally you got in and you were asked how many appliances you had at home. Now you have the number now is more on how many branches you have of your cafe, right? So that's a real quick turn of events, right?
And I want to highlight that part of who I am or what I have acquired through time. Insular, insular life, where I am now, which is insular life, part of that was really the experiences I had here in Silliman University, all the learnings that I got. No? So, because of course, I think the mission of the company was, the university is to really to build us in terms of our character, competence, and faith.
Yeah.
And I think, if you study here in Silliman, you will really acquire all those things.
Truly amazing, Ron.
And looking at the faces of our of our scholars, no, it seems that they are eager to graduate and start their new life na. No, but before we actually vision for the future, we have this vision for your future. Let us talk about your journey, especially the challenges that you encountered. No, because being a scholar is not an easy, it's not easy. Although you're given that opportunity, but you also have the responsibility to do your part also. So what are the challenges, problems that you encountered? Let's start with Mark.
It is indeed true that we have a price to pay when we are part of this scholarship. We are challenged how to balance study, work,
Love
and to
life.
maintain grades.
Sorry.
Not allowed. Strict ang lola.
Strict ang parents.
Strict ang parents, yeah.
Okay.
And so, when I talk about challenges, there's a lot, especially in my studies, because I have to balance. I'm assigned actually in the scholarship and aid division, and so I have that certain hours to render for my scholarship, and so I also have a full schedules during my first semester, and so it's just about a matter of time management.
Time management.
Yes, because I think everything can be done through time management eh.
Yeah.
Kasi pinasukan natin to gusto natin we want to become successful in the future, and so we need to work hard now.
Yes. That's true. I agree, Mark. Time management daw, Ron. About Fretche.
I think it's more on nagdungan siya tanan. It was the pandemic, most especially the demand of the new learning modality. Like when the pandemic come, like wala na ko kabalo. I don't know what to do because I don't have the laptop. I don't have the Wi-Fi, the internet connection. When I was first year padere, I experienced face-to-face. So I was able to enjoy katong cyber live sa taas. So I was able to research pa ato nga time idto so that malibre pod. And the computer, so naa siya dito, and also the connection, so I can utilize it. But then when the pandemic happened, wala ko, I don't know, marami gakamang jud sa pangitag connection and everything. So another struggle, another challenge if I can still continue my study ato. And so my father was able to know someone nga nagsell og computer, but it was second hand.
Yeah.
So mas cheaper siya, and mutoy available pa pod na mga money during that time. So I was able to use it pod during my 1 year full online class.
Yes.
And as for the Wi-Fi, we were able to have it pod nga kanang gatipon-tipon pog money in order to connect atong Wi-Fi namo, and naapod to someone who gave the katong poste para matukod tong Wi-Fi. So
I hope that's legal, no?
legal. So in those experiences, sir, like I was kuan jud nga nabuhat Japon.
There's a will.
Yes, there's a way. Always like. Yes, it's very amazing. And then I survived 2 years online, full online, and then now more confident now because we're able to get through all of those.
Diba? In every challenge that we survive, we get stronger eventually.
Yes.
About you, Mary, what are the challenges and how did you manage to overcome them?
There were a lot of challenges. Of course, there's the financial aspect.
Yeah.
And then, I'm actually the eldest of 4 siblings in the family. And then, I guess the main challenge really that I experienced is more on my character development and my how I view things, because being an EWSG scholar takes 6 years to finish a degree. So I am taking the long the long road to my dreams. So sometimes I honestly, especially last year, supposedly my batchmates, they were my batchmates. They already graduated. So there's that feeling ba na when when will it be my turn na? But sorry to spoil the mood. Yes, but okay. So there's that. There really comes a time na where negative thoughts would come in. So as a scholar and as a student assistant, I need to remain positive since I actually learned to be more to value the kanang develop patience, persistence,
true.
and then gratitude, because this scholarship was given to me as a second chance now to reach my dreams. So that's it. And I'm now in my 5th year, so
Almost there.
yes, I'm
Yes.
almost
Hang
there.
on.
I tell my batchmates, sige, musunod na jud ko
Yes.
ninyo.
Correct.
Everyone
It's
has their own time.
Yes, yes.
It's not a race.
Definitely. Yeah. So we are really running out of time as much as we want to hear much of your stories. Ate Doors, just a quick question for you. So since given this you have these scholars who are really willing to finish their studies. On a personal level, Ate Doors, what is the thing that you're also learning from them? Because, of course, they learn a lot from you. You give them pieces of advice. But at the same time, what's that major thing that you learn from the scholars that you interact with through the years?
I think looking at them, no, I mean, it's not that my life is easy, but it's much easier compared to them. So it actually, I'm a psych graduate and I taught psychology in the past, but I think it develops more my empathy for the scholars, and it also made me realize how privileged I am, and in my little ways, I try to help them, assist
Thank
them,
you,
no?
Ted.
I mean, in actually, no, obtaining or achieving their dreams.
Yeah.
It's really a heartwarming,
Yeah.
warming conversation.
Yes, Ron, and it's so hard to hold back our tears.
Yes.
And maybe to culminate our conversation for tonight, perhaps they have messages. There are things that you'd like to say to the university, to key persons that you'd like to acknowledge in your journey here in Silliman University. Let's begin with Kuya Z.
Okay. Ako, I'm really thankful to Silliman University, to Ma'am Roda for inviting me, and to Ma'am Edna. In fact, siguro I will just give advice to the current scholars
Yes.
now. One thing that if there are 3 things I can advise now, one would be, I know that you're very smart already, so that's not a question. You're very focused with your studies, but never forget to enjoy your college life. So you have to live a balanced life, like enjoy every aspects of the university life, not just in academics. Also enjoy other extracurricular, because that's where you're going to learn a lot and get a grasp of what the real world is. So yeah. And third would be it's okay that if you haven't figured it all out now. Like in my case, diba, I studied physics, but I ended up in a different industry. So it's okay if that happens, because of course there are things that will change along the way. As long as you're genuinely happy with where you are now, or later on, I mean, and as long as you're still passionate about the job that you're in, then that's still fine. No?
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kuya Z, for your pieces of advice. Very invaluable to all of us. Fretche, what is your message to the university? There are people you'd like to specially mention.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Scranton Women's Leadership Center. for this scholarship, really, it's really a very huge opportunity and blessing for me, not just for me, but for my family also, and of course soon for my community, for our country also, because that's what the scholarship actually believe in. Like, by educating me, they are not only educating me as a person, as an individual, but it's also educating my family, my community, and also the country at large. So I would like to say thank you so much for SWLC for that, and of course to Mom Rod for really seeing my potential. Like, of all the applicants, no, I was able to really be selected to be deserving of this scholarship, and for that I'm very much grateful for Mom Rod for seeing my potential, and for Ate Ai also for working hard na i-prepare everything for us, and of course to my family for always being there for me, supporting me all throughout. Thank you so much, and for my friends, and for also my co-scholars. So I also gain inspiration from them na despite all the challenges that we are facing, it's still possible to continue, and it's very important to also do our best and to make this scholarship more kanang worth it, and we really deserve it also.
Yes, thank you, Fretche. Mark?
Before, I would like to thank everyone at the university. I will just share just a little bit of my story, just to give you an emphasis on how grateful am I to the university. I don't have a chance to meet my mother because 2 months after I was born, she went for abroad and nowhere to be found thereafter up until now. And so my father also has his own family, and the grandparents that took care of me died already. And so I would have thought that I taga bukid like me, because I came from Mindanao, from the mountains, will stepped his foot on such a prestigious school. And so I am grateful to the Silliman University and to my donor, Dr. Loreto Calibo Subong, and to Ate Dora and to Ate Ai, who is very considerate and patient to all our queries when we go to the office. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing your story, and we also thank you that you are here in Silliman University. Mary?
Yes, there are a lot of individuals that I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank my family, since despite being a scholar, they still need to support me financially, and it's difficult considering that we are already 4 siblings who are studying. So I want to thank them for continuing to support my studies. I also want to thank Ma'am Janet Ahir. She has really played a very important role in my life. And then I would like to thank my late grandmother, who was the person who really first introduced me to Silliman University. The university, of course, for the scholarship that I am enjoying now. To Saay, Surigao, for the scholarship that I enjoyed in senior high school. For the PTA scholarship that I enjoyed for 4 years in junior high school. The SSAD scholarship, the SSAD office, Ma'am Sagun and Ate Ai, who are always there. Thank you for believing in me, and then for being considerate. For the Josefa del Carmen, which I enjoyed I'm very thankful because I still enjoyed it for 1 semester. And then I also want to thank Ma'am Edna Kalingasyon, because I am a student assistant in OSS in the ID room. She has also been very supportive of me. To the OSS family who took care of me, and to everyone whom really helped me. There are a lot of people who really helped me, relatives and even parents of my schoolmates, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ron, just full of gratitude, Ron. Ate Doris, what's also your message to our scholars?
To the scholars, continue to do well, to do your best, and prove that you are worthy of the scholarship afforded to you. I also would like to take this opportunity. On behalf of Silliman University, I would like to say thank you to all the donors for continually and generously supporting the scholarship program of the university that paved the fulfillment of many dreams.
Thank you, Ate Dors. Ron, we really are running out of time, but I think the perfect way to end this is to really give our hashtag POTD, our bullet of the day. What is your bullet of the day, Ron, in our very heartwarming conversation?
You know, Josh, I have a lot of key takeaways with this conversation. And if there's one thing that I want every one of us to remember is just hang on, because in your battle towards, reaching your dreams, surviving each and every day of your life, no, you are not alone. Because in one way or another, directly or indirectly, God will send instruments that will help you sustain yourself or help you overcome whatever challenges or problems. God, as the ultimate provider, will send people who will become instruments, who will become inspiration, not just inspiration, but who will help you get through it. No, so you are not alone, and hang on and continue to have faith, because with that faith you will gain strength in surviving, and of course just continue living your life, no, because you are really not alone, and hang on, and please don't forget to have a grateful heart, because in this life, no man is an island, and we have to acknowledge that it is not just our efforts, not just our intelligence that is really responsible for what we are now, for what we have now, but we will not become who we are today without the help of the people around us.
Amen.
How about you, Josh?
Well, a lot of things to ponder for this episode, but I think we are all waiting for our perfect timing. And there are times that really tempt us and will make us question life, that why are others ahead of me? Why do I feel left behind? Similar to the sharing of Mary, but according to Desiderata, there will always be people that will be less and greater than you, and you just have to stay true to your core, acknowledge that you are gifted in your own ways, and they say that patience is not about how long you wait, it's your attitude while waiting. So soon, you have your own ship, and that ship will sail when you're ready. So hang on and be patient. Daghang salamat for joining our episode tonight. I hope you enjoyed this heartwarming conversation, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman! Daghang salamat for joining another episode of #Silliman. Support our Facebook page by liking, sharing, and commenting on your favorite episode. We also have a YouTube channel. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. Kita-kits!
And catch us at Phil Products every Monday at 8 p.m. and replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Running on Faith by Vailoces-No.
And Joshua Soldivillo. Until next time, only here on
#Silliman.
Bye!